Hey folks, this is Mark and Bob coming at you from Fire Mountain Outdoors. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, we're taking another look at my Mini-30. As you know from our initial overview video, and you can see that right here, this thing does not like steel case ammo, doesn't want to shoot it. And listen, I have 7 or 8 other 7.62 by 39 firearms that all shoot steel case ammo and eat it like it's candy. It's their only diet. I can't have one special Cupcake that needs to have a vegan diet standing in the chow line.
It reminds me of an entitled millennial.
Well, that's right. I don't care if it has a special Ruger Screaming Eagle tribal tattoo. It can't have a special diet.
That's right.
And so either we're going to make this thing eat the chow that is given, or it's going to have to go down the line. So its parents didn't do a very good job.
That's right.
They sent it out into the real world to land in my safe with special tendencies, and that just won't do. It won't stand. So we're going to give it some remedial training with a Wolff Spring and a little bit of honing with some stones to smooth out some stuff. Stick around. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, as always, whenever we're going to work on a firearm, going to make sure that the chamber's clear. I don't have any ammunition. I have a magazine. It is also empty. And we're going to disassemble the firearm. So we need to be in the safe position with the bolt open. Take a punch to the rear of the trigger guard. Just gently pry that back. And we have removed the trigger assembly. And that's all we're going to be doing today. If my special snowflake here gives us more trouble after today, I have some other plans for it, for some remedial stuff, but we're going to do really simple work on the trigger group is what we're confining our work today. All right, for disassembly of the hammer spring and the hammer spring strut, if we cock the trigger and we compress that spring, it reveals a little disassembly hole right down here. Now I made a little retainer pin out of a small nail. I snipped the end of it off so it's square. It doesn't have a pointy ramped end. And then we can stick that inside that little hole. And that's going to retain our spring to our strut and make disassembly a lot easier. And now we can pull this trigger and look at there. We've captured that. And then going to fish the whole assembly up and out of the trigger group. As noted in the early video that we did, the first overview, I wasn't impressed at all with the trigger. Everything is just gritty. I don't mind a heavy trigger on a military firearm, but a gritty trigger I can't stand. So we're going to just run a stone, one of these Spyderco stones, over the 2 engagement surfaces. We don't want to change the geometry or do anything. I just want to get some of these rough machining marks that you can feel and actually hear while you're pulling the trigger. We're just going to smooth some of those out. Well, I polished all that I want to polish. It's always better to stop while you're ahead, and we can revisit that later. Always remove too little instead of too much. So it feels a little bit better to me. It's a little bit smoother. Let's go take this over to the drill press and change the spring. What I have here is a Wolff Spring. I got this from Uncle Larry at Midway, 30351, and there it is right there. Extra power. Let's go put it in and see if it works. All right, so I actually learned this trick from triggershims.com, so you can get your parts from them. He had a pretty cool video showing how to do this, so I'm just kind of repeating the process. We are using the drill press as a regular press, and I'm just going to clamp my trigger strut into the drill press, and then we are going to position it thusly and bring it down and compress that spring and remove our retention pin. So we've got our old spring right here. We're going to get our new spring out of the package. Here's a comparison in the lengths. Well, they look to be about the same length. This one, the new hammer spring, looks to be a heavier diameter. And I can see my hole. Reinsert our pin into the hole.
Not too far.
Just to the edge. This is why we cut that off square, so we didn't have a ramp on that holding pin. And now we're going to go install it in trigger group. Alright, so the back of the hammer has a machined little slot that this happy little club looking doohickey is going to settle up into. So we're just going to maneuver the hammer spring up into there. And there we go. So that just rests right in there, thusly. And now we can go ahead and pull the hammer back and it'll start to compress that spring. And then we can take our pin out just like that, and voila. We have installed the heavy duty hammer spring, just like that. Alright, so we're gonna try some steel cased ammo. This is Wolff 122 grain steel case. Run at least 10 rounds through it, hopefully. I like it. That's a win. Let's try another brand. Here's some Herders, 122 grain steel case. Have at least 10 rounds of it. Loaded up in a magazine. And another win. We're going to reload these magazines, get in and out of the rain, come back and do 2 more brands of steel case. We've got a magazine here, the steel case, and this is the Golden Tiger. Oh. Let's take a look and see what we got. So you can see we got a primer strike, didn't fire. Our precious little snowflake here doesn't seem to like green beans or Golden Tiger still. It's unfortunate, I have a lot of it. So I'm going to say that wasn't a success with the Golden Tiger. I'm hoping this toll ammo right here, this is a soft point, 124 grain soft point. This is something that I would carry in this around the place for a hunting round, predators. I prefer a soft point. And it worked with that. So overall, I think that the hammer spring, the Wolff hammer spring, was definitely a worthy investment on this. We saw that the most common ammo that you're going to buy at the gun store, if you're going to get it at Walmart or whatever, We had the Wolff and the Herders and the Toll. It ate all of those. It still didn't like the Golden Tiger, which is ammo that I kind of like, and I have a lot of it, so I'm a little bit disappointed in that. But overall, it went from not wanting to eat any steel cased ammo to it went from being a vegan to, oh, now I'm just lactose intolerant. Right?
Right.
Okay. So, okay, well, fine.
Sure.
For now. I'm still a little bit disappointed in that, but I'm way happier that it ate all the other stuff.
Right, but you were able to put that broccoli back in front of this kid and say, you know what, you're going to eat it.
That's
and it did. It got through the rest of the
Right.
magazine.
Exactly.
I wouldn't call that so far 100% reliable, but in the other ammunition that we saw, it ran really well.
Right. So the spring was only like $7 or $8. Of course, what's annoying thing is it's $4 shipping or something.
Sure.
Well, the most annoying part is then I don't want to pay that $5 of shipping for a $6 screw.
So let's put a bunch of stuff in the cart.
Exactly. So
$4 shipping with all this stuff.
I need some dyes for my Creedmoor and that. And so in order to save $4 in shipping, I spent $100 on other junk.
That's why Uncle Larry is a rich man and you and I are poor.
That's right. So I think that was a win as far as an experiment. I like this a lot more. It's much more likely to go ride in my vehicle with me on America, and now it actually eats normal ammo.
Right.
So I think it's a win.
Yeah. So you can't take back a bullet, folks, and you never ever want to wish that you could.
So follow the 4 basic safety rules. Shoot safe. Shoot straight.
Catch you on the firing line.
Thanks for watching.